Good day, Embassy Direct members and viewers. Today again with our series of welcoming the newly arrived heads of mission to South Africa. Today our special guest is the ambassador of the Republic of Lithuania. And before we introduce the ambassador, let's share with you some interesting information about this beautiful country. It's one of the Baltic states in Europe. Basketball is its second religion. Only 3 million can speak Lithuanian, a language that is related to Sanskrit. One of the world's countries with best internet access. It's proud of their beer and their cold beetroot soup, and has the best quality amber. His Excellency Dainius Jonevičius, Ambassador of the Republic of Lithuania to South Africa, welcome today. How are you, sir?
Good morning. Good morning. It's very nice to hear such a beautiful words about Lithuania, such an interesting facts about Lithuania. So, thank you for having me here.
No, it's our pleasure. Would you kindly introduce yourself? We would like to know about your career, basically in the diplomatic and your life. Are you here with your family? Please share with us those details of yourself.
Okay, definitely. So I came here with, in mid-December last year with my wife. And it's perhaps my last posting in my long diplomatic career, which started in 1991 when I joined the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I was posted to many different countries, to Poland, and by the way, I speak quite good Polish, quite well. Then it was Greece. My Greek is not so good. Then I was posted in Cairo, Egypt, and then accredited to many other neighboring Arab countries. Unfortunately, in Arabic, I know only a few words, but I know all alphabet. That's good. And so this is my last posting, I think, because we retired at the age of 65. So I know exactly how long I will be here and what I will have to achieve during my 2.5 years posting in South Africa.
It's a short term, but I'm sure that you will be able to fill in all those goals that you have to complete. And by the way, could you share with us those goals for the next 2.5 years as ambassador of Lithuania to South Africa?
Oh, no, I can be very boring because everybody says the same things, and then it's natural. We want to promote Lithuania, to make it better known in South Africa. That means we want bigger economic exchange, bigger exports from Lithuania to South Africa. We want more investments from South Africa in Lithuania. And here we have quite a big, good basis because, from people started to come to South Africa, to this continent, to this part of the continent, at the end of 19th century from Lithuania. So we have quite a big part of South Africa community, which knows what is Lithuania. We don't need to explain to them about Lithuania. We issue to those who left Lithuania being Lithuanian citizens between 1920 or and 1940, we issue Lithuanian passport. They can reinstate their citizenship. So at this moment we have several thousand Lithuanian citizens in South Africa, which are very helpful. They are very helpful. And in achieving our goals to make our countries closer. Lithuania is a small country, but it's I would say, I wouldn't say this powerhouse of economy, of European economy, but Lithuanian economy is doing very well. In many lists of economic indicators, we are quite high. In doing business, ease of doing business index, Lithuania is on the first place, among the first countries. Then on different from different point of view, Lithuania's economy is doing quite well. And then, for example, now we are on the first country on the Euromonitor recovery index. So we had, all countries we had suffered quite a lot, but significantly from the pandemic. But now we are recovering. Now the consumers consuming power is on the same level as it was in 2019. And it's interesting that we have very strong several, we can say, all biotechnological industry. They're very strong biotechnological industry and several companies which are producing components for vaccines, for production of vaccines. So Lithuanian export grew recently significantly. And that was one of the reasons why our economy recovered quite quickly and quite well.
Well, that's very good news, Ambassador. And tell us, are there any treaties or agreements between both countries? And within your plans, are you planning to negotiate any further ones?
No. This year, it's interesting. This year we will celebrate 30 years of diplomatic relations between South Africa and Lithuania. Unfortunately, during those 30 years, we didn't do enough. We opened our Lithuanian embassy in South Africa only 6-7 years ago. Previously it was accredited from other. Lithuania was represented from our country, namely from Israel, quite far away. And we are still those treaties or agreements still are in front of us. We have to prepare them. One of those goals which I would like to achieve, and which would be achievement of which would be appreciated very much in Lithuania, would be abolishing or visa waiver for Lithuanians to come to South Africa. That's definitely it's a little bit it hinders our economic relations. It's our business people are already used to traveling everywhere without visas, and that's it's not a big obstacle, but still it prevents some investors, some tourists coming to South Africa.
Yes, Ambassador, I would think that being a member of the European Union, you would actually have easy access to countries like South Africa. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's complicated, and sometimes it's difficult to explain, or even for our partners, because some EU countries, members of Schengen zone, don't need visas to get to come to South Africa, and a small number still need that visa. So it's surprising, but unfortunately, it's a reality which I would like to tackle.
Yes. You just mentioned that your country arrived at the 30th anniversary as a republic. Also today, present among our attendees is Ambassador from Georgia, His Excellency Beka Tavali, who also celebrated last week his National Day 30 years anniversary. So we send our greetings to Ambassador Tavali. And Ambassador, you mentioned you mentioned the presence of thousands of Lithuanians in South Africa. Can you tell us in what activities are they involved primarily?
So here I need, of course, I have to clarify. We have Lithuanians who came recently. We have several hundred of those people, of those Lithuanian citizens. They're active in different areas. We have some investments in South Africa. So they are business people, people working in offices, and so different. But we also have significant community of South African Jews who came to South Africa from Lithuania, and they are active and strong in very different areas as well, in very different businesses. In construction, in investments, in law companies. We have the honorary consuls in South Africa, here in Pretoria, in Johannesburg, in Cape Town. They are Lithuanian Jews, and they are again in different fields. One of them is in real estate. One of them is, two of them are in lawyers. So,
do South Africans require visa for Lithuania?
Yes, unfortunately, yes, because as they need visa to get into Schengen zone. That's the requirement. They have to get the visa to any Schengen country of member of Schengen zone.
With the presence of so many Lithuanian businessmen in South Africa, have you considered the possibility of creating a chamber of commerce? Some other countries like France, the UK, Italy, to mention some, have their chambers of commerce in South Africa. So it's something that we motivate missions to accomplish.
Perhaps still there is not enough potential in our businesses to establish bilateral chamber of commerce. But I think we can join South African Nordic countries, and we can act under the umbrella of the European Union delegation or initiatives by the European Union. So, but at this moment, we don't consider possibility to eventuality to establish such a chamber of commerce, but we can look for other possibilities to promote our businesses and to look for opportunities.
Ambassador Davali is asking us, what are priority areas where Lithuania would like to see investments from South Africa?
Thank you, Becca. Thank you very much for your questions and for your welcoming words. We have traditional businesses like Lithuania is strong in food and beverages, furniture industries, but we think that those industries which we should take care more and we should invest more are new, growing, modern technologies. So it could be financial technology companies, computer technologies, or let's say modern laser technologies. In here, we need some additional capitals, and I think that those companies can attract South African investors. Definitely, they are very fast growing. They are worth investment. They are promising good profits.
What would you recommend as visiting places to tourists coming from South Africa to Lithuania? What are those interesting sites that your country offers?
It's very difficult. It's difficult to recommend somebody from South Africa. It's such a beautiful country, rich from rich nature, of rich history. But we have very interesting. Lithuania is a very nice country. You rightly say that, a beautiful country. Lithuania is on the seashore of the Baltic Sea. We have very beautiful peninsula, Curonian Spit, so-called Curonian Spit. In general, it's 90 kilometers long and 5 kilometers wide. Sand land, full of dunes, where we also find amber, as you mentioned. So this place is definitely worth visiting. Yeah, Lithuanian capital, definitely Lithuanian capital is included onto the list of World Heritage, UNESCO World Heritage list. It's a city which was started to build in 700 years ago, and then it has medieval architecture, the Gothic architecture has very beautiful Baroque architecture. So it's a must. If you go to Lithuania, you have to visit Vilnius capital. But then next year, Lithuanian second city, Kaunas, will also probably, hopefully, will be included into the list of World Heritage. And Kaunas, not the whole city, but Kaunas interwar period architecture. When Kaunas was temporarily capital of Lithuania, it started to develop very quickly, and then this reflected in very new, modern, creative, beautiful, interesting architecture. So we consider, and I think world will consider it's having such features which is worth to be included into the list of World Heritage.
Having access to the sea, specifically to the Baltic, my guess is that your marine resources like seafood should be available, and that you must be somehow developing your shipping industry.
So we have a lot of ships in here in Atlantic and Pacific, but and we have very good for all our conditions, very good deep, quite deep ice-free port in Lithuania. It's perhaps the northest ice-free port, so it's a big advantage of this port. But then we have, which is worth mentioning, we have strong petrochemical industry. We have a refinery in Lithuania on the seashore. And we are also very strong in liquid gas. We have a terminal, liquid gas terminal, floating terminal, and we have quite big experience and expertise in this area. Lithuanian company could even spread this information, or their expertise can share the expertise of in liquid gas, liquid natural gas, to other countries, I think.
Interesting. And you have been here since December, Ambassador. Tell us, what would you recommend to your fellow countrymen about South Africa if they wanted to visit? What has been those things that has impressed you the most of South Africa until now?
You know, unfortunately, at least until now, I haven't visited much in South Africa. Mainly in vicinity of Pretoria. But so one can say that I know South Africa more from TV screen than my personal experience, through my personal experience. But I know so much. I know what to recommend to my fellow countrymen and those who will come, my friends who will come here. Definitely, there are so many places, starting from Cape Town, from southern part through Drakensberg Mountains, for example, which I already managed to visit. So the list is long. The list is very long, so it is difficult. It's a beautiful country, and we try to visit, at least to go out from Pretoria every weekend to see.
We do hope that in these 2 years and a half, you have the opportunity to visit this place. It's an incredible country. It offers so much, and I think it's worthwhile to be able to enjoy it. Ambassador Juventius, any last words, any closing words for our readers and viewers at Embassy Direct?
Indeed, I think that coming 2.5 years will be very important for in my personal life, of course, but I would like to achieve much, and I like to do a lot in making Lithuania better known in South Africa, and as well South Africa better known in Lithuania. That is a way for developing our personal relations, people-to-people relations, and that's I think the way, the instrument which or let's say way how to work, how to implement my tasks in future.
Thanks so much, Ambassador. Once again, I reiterate our offer of our network of members. Please feel free to contact us if you require any assistance. We really treasure these minutes that we have had today with you. We wish you a nice day and a nice South African winter starting from tomorrow. And all the best, Ambassador, on your mission in South Africa.
Thank you very much indeed. It was a great pleasure to be.